of the culture. I'm Ra, and you are here. Welcome in, everybody, to the greatest podcast that nobody knows about.
Yes.
It is the one and only Catch the Fade. I'm your host, Ra, and I'm accompanied as always by my co host, the illustrious Brother Seaberry.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We anything, man. We're good. We're good.
And of course, the one and only all around about the town, don't play around, the toy father Des
Yes,
Bull.
yes.
And our special guest this evening, the Sugar Man.
Yeah, sugar, man.
That's right, because we're in Memphis, so he's the Sugar Man. I'm the Sugar Man.
M-A-N-E.
That's right.
That's right. You
Sugar
know,
Man is watching, so
yeah.
watch what you say
I
in the
view
comment
him.
section.
I look at him as like Omar on the wire. Like when he comes on your block, it's just gonna be trouble. How sugar man come?
That's yes, Sugar Man. The Sugar Man is covered.
Anybody who's watched the wire know what I'm talking about.
I love the wire.
Because whenever Omar was on the block,
Yeah.
everybody was trying to get going.
Then it pissed me off as a kid. He in that convenience store, he didn't expect the kid, little badass kid was one that
Oh yeah, out of the call Omar Lackey.
that's the only way he got caught because he just didn't even look he looked over but he didn't even like man, that's a little kid. He ain't got
He ain't got
he
that
ain't got
thing
the he ain't
on.
got the balls to do that.
That's fine.
That thing was limp. That man jumped out a damn sky. So I don't know what. I know it was up high, a high building, because he's trying to get away from with Marlo and them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the first season all the way through because I had like a little trial run
it's
of
all-
free agent. Go back.
yeah.
I need to go back and watch the entire thing.
Yeah, I had it on. I had the collection. I wonder if I still got it. I might still
Although
have
one
it.
of my friends called it welfare porn.
Nah,
What in the world is Brother Seaberry talking about?
One of my
the
friends,
wire.
he just
Wire.
like the wire.
The wire
He said, "Oh,
nailed it.
that is drugs. It's just welfare porn."
That's what I like about. See, when I watch TV shows, I want a TV show to get in and get out. Say what you gonna say, and then bounce. See, that's why
So what, like 5 or 6 seasons?
5 or 6 seasons. That's why that was my problem with Supernatural, because Supernatural was great on that when Eric Kripke, who was doing the boys as well, had did that. He said he had a plan for 5 seasons. They got the fifth season, they did it, and then they ran like another goddamn 16 seasons, or however long they ran. It just started regurgitating. Same thing with Walking Dead. The Walking Dead would have been nice and concise. They wouldn't have had a whole lot of fillers. Don't just try to drag it out. And then the boys, hopefully they stick the landing. Game of Thrones, they were good, but they didn't stick the landing.
Oh boy, that season 8 was trickety trash.
And then Breaking Bad was another show that kind of stuck the landing. They
Man,
nope, not a lot
Breaking
of filler.
Bad was perfect.
They nailed it.
Perfect.
And they finished off. And yeah, there you go. That's how I like my TV shows, because and especially in this day and age where you got a lot of stuff streaming. Nobody don't want to sit down and watch nothing like the Arrowverse days. All that's dead. You can't. Nobody's sitting around and watch something.
Oh yeah,
24
24.
Nah.
Man, the only thing I watch, well,
Wolfman.
I only watched 2 shows on CBS, and I think they probably still do the 22, 24. And that is Boston Blue and the Matlock reboot.
Procedurals are kind of different.
What's happening, Jerome? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, what up, Jerome?
What up, Wolf? We just in here chilling, man. You know how we do. We got a special guest in the building.
Also, shout out to all my Cobra Kai fans. I mean, the Eagle fan karate shirt.
You saw it right there, man. You know who I want to shout out? The Sugar Man. AKA in Memphis, the Sugar Man. That's right. We shout out to Sugar Man out here.
Yeah, man.
There's his personal favorite.
Man,
Sugar Man.
We gotta do the Action Figure Chronicles, man.
Of the Sugar Man.
Well, not just the Sugar Man. Don't forget Eugene, the North Memphis Sentinel.
Oh yes.
No, you forgot about him.
Ernest.
Ernest,
the North Memphis Sentinel. Yes, we got to do
I
that.
must be thinking of my cousin Eugene.
Ernest, and of course, we got to somehow tie that in and involve.
Sugar Man.
The Sugar Man.
Yes, man. And hey, I think You got a name, Dragon Man. Put him in there.
Gotta have him join in there.
Yes, he is the channel mascot.
He is.
Correct.
He is one of them.
Oh, one
He
of
is
them.
definitely one of the channel mascots. So there's no doubt about that. You know, he's not a member of the Inhumans Task Force, which I have assembled with Dez's help. So that they
And for some
so
reason,
they have recruited to their ranks. Ghost Rider is officially a member of the Inhuman Task Force, as is
it's so not canon. Sugar Man.
the Sugar Man is officially a member. It's so not canon, but in this multiverse, it can all happen. Black Bolt doesn't have. Oh, they also added Gladiator and Deathbird to there. So basically, if you're trying to get your hands on Black Bolt, you're gonna have a hard time because you're gonna have to get through his squad. You can, and then he's went out and paid for extra protection. He has added Ghost Rider, the Gladiator, Deathbird, and the Sugar Man.
They looking like gang now.
You're not putting your hand. He got Karnak right there. Karnak's like, yo, anyone to step up here. I know your weaknesses, and I'm just gonna whisper it to Ghost Rider. He's gonna run you over.
I wonder are they repping the Deuce, the 4, the Bix, the 8, and the 9?
This man, I can't fool with him tonight.
I'm from the Deuce, the 4, the Bix, 8, the 9.
I can't fool with you tonight.
The Bix, 8, the 9.
I can't fool with you tonight.
Yo, man, this song had a hold on me for like a month. Actually, me and my students, I ain't gonna front. We was all nodding out here today. Man, you know that song? I'm like,
boys at man, where's the boy? What's his name? Lemon. What's the lemon? What's his name? Begin with an M.
Lim.
That might be it. Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Ian or something.
Lim is in there.
Oh, Lim.
He's in here.
No. That was that. He should be. So.
Post.
And
Latest fan post. What was the latest?
there it is. So you guys know how that. So Wolf and Jerome, you guys are certainly welcome to chime in, just like these gentlemen will. So we talking about that latest one that U.S. agent, all that stuff that was in there in that latest one. How do y'all feel about it? Was there anything in there you saw that you just had to have?
Yeah, dude.
I think you said
Because I like Rando. Never in my wildest dreams did I expect to see a Marina figure.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut. Because when I first started reading Avengers seriously in '88, she was on a team. She was married to Namor, but then she wilded out and transformed into a giant Leviathan, and Namor had to offer. It was heavy. And then I remember those Psylocke days because Armor Psylocke predates Purple Swimsuit Ninja Psylocke.
Yeah, there is a new Psylocke coming.
And again, I was reading X-Men in 1988 when she debuted that armor. Because her first suit was all soft and pink and it like Loki looked like some pajamas. But then she came with the armor. And, Mandarin got a hold of the hood and she got all ninja up.
And the rest, they say, is history.
Yeah, I really want Marina. I really want the armor Psylocke. And guys, I'm telling you, I know I'm weird and I'm okay with it, but I was pricing U.S. Agent in that 90s fit. I was pricing his toy bids. Because I was like, well, I guess they ain't gonna do this. Maybe I'll get the toy bids. I'm kind of glad I waited. Although, I'm gonna say Psylocke in the armor is a definite. Marina is a strong possible, and
I saw Psylocke with a cape or something on.
Yeah. The armor comes with a cape and hood combination, and like I said, only because if I'm being a cheapo, I might just get his toy biz. I'll say the U.S. agent in his 90s fit is like the shakiest. It's like.
Yeah, any thoughts?
Oh, yeah, I just said Robbie Ray. I don't really have any interest in it, to be honest.
And
that's it.
And then Robbie Reyes was something, right? Because that initially was supposed to have been a HasLab, and it was failed to be backed.
Everybody hit them with the Nappy Roots. Oh no, hell no, man. Y'all
Had enough and done it. I'm afraid they said no. We're
There
not
was a lot of people that tried to get that wanted it, but it was a lot of people that felt like that's just too much for what they giving us. Because they got Giant Man over there at home. A lot of people wasn't sure that Giant Man was gonna make that half-man, but it did. It made it. It made its destination or what they were asking.
Okay,
Oh, there it is.
No, hold on. First, about this, I only collect certain Marvel.
That's Paul Wolf. I respect that, Wolfie.
Marcus Seabury being mean. Hey, girl, going
Sister
on.
Seabury in the house with the first troll of the night.
You literally called me gorillas in the mist looking ass on the phone. So no, don't be.
What's up, Sean?
With me being mean.
We're talking about the latest fan post, the live stream they did. There's a lot of stuff in there. The Jessica Jones Daredevil.
Oh yeah,
that 2-pack. I ain't gonna front.
That's selling out. That's selling out everywhere.
I don't really fool with a lot of MCU stuff, but that joint do look kind of nice.
I think if I was just guessing, I'm thinking it's Jessica Jones is driving that.
Man, now I will say this: I don't like the Hot Toys. The Hot Toys, the black and red Daredevil that they got coming out.
Yes. What about it?
I like it.
Have they ever made a comic book Jessica Jones?
Yes, Jewel.
Oh,
she came with the 4-pack.
Yeah, it is.
Jerome, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
She had the green. She had the pink hair. Yeah.
Is it like the A-Force?
This was Now she wasn't. Wait.
Got a message going through there.
Let me look. I'm gonna show you the one I had because I sold her. I got her.
And Jerome says, unfortunately, I can't add much. I don't collect legends at all. As far as Marvel, I only do Mayfix and some Mezco sparing.
That's all good. You want to read the thing underneath there, Brother Seabury?
My wife says, I want Barbie and Hello Kitty. You get Barbie and Hello Kitty. Again, we are not going to push the narrative that I don't buy you both. Don't be lying on my name now, because I would not have a collector in my home and disparage her.
I so missed Sister Seabury on this broadcast, hitting it with the troll.
Oh, wow.
The troll gave us.
I remember I got that. I want to say I got that from Toys R Us when they were open.
Okay, that's Jewel, but still, I wanted a comic.
You want A-list?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. That 2-pack is nice.
Same way
I wanted the Muse 2-pack, but your scalper wouldn't let me do it.
Same way I still want a comic America Vasquez. That's a name, right? America Vasquez?
That is correct.
Yeah, but man, I'm gonna probably have to get that one that's been sitting in Alice forever.
You talking about America Chavez?
Yeah, Chavez. Sorry.
I would love to get the version.
Yeah, see, I want that.
The version, yeah. But I want the shorts. I want
I want the shorts, but I want a soft goods coat with the shorts.
Yeah.
Well, Jerome, maybe this works for you. I know Dez is ready to talk about this. Thoughts around the new Clayface trailer and the MJ movie.
But you want to take Clayface first?
Yeah, I take
go for it, brother.
I'll jump in there and dive in there.
I saw the trailer.
I love it.
I love it. I like it a lot. And somebody said it's funny that, Sony had this Spider-Man without Spider-Man film universe, and it was kind of trash. But they were like,
they didn't do it right now.
And they were like, but DC's Batman without Batman, the trailer for their first movie looks very promising. And I think the beauty is starting with Clayface. Clayface isn't a character who's had a lot of representations in other media. Like he's mainly known from the 90s Batman animated series portrayal. And, probably on like a few different cartoons. I know there's like a little tiny Clayface that's on like Harley Quinn, but like Clayface isn't as much of a household name as say Penguin, Joker, Riddler. And I think that's the beauty of it. And I think it gives them more freedom to take it in different places. And I'm not a horror guy, but that looks damn good.
That's where I was going. I really want to collect some G.I. Joe Classified and some Mythic Legion and all of Savage Crucible and Neck of Horror figures. Respect that, Wolf. Um,
Hey, yo, I am becoming, well, I don't have the Skrilla for Mythic Legions, but I will say that when I see them, they look amazing.
the Demon King doing it for you.
Well, now, again, I'm a little too churchy to buy a Demon King, but it does look cool. If I bought him, I'd have to buy like a giant Buddy Christ or something to fight him.
You
Just
get a Knight of the Templar.
something like that. I'm like, good and evil.
What is Sean saying? Clayface, I hadn't seen it yet. Gotta look it up. The trailer looks good.
Let me say something. Let me
I'll
add
definitely
that.
be seeing Clayface at the theater. Trailer looks super weird and super cool. All I was gonna say is, does it bother you all that it appears that we're deviating from the source material?
No, they actually aren't deviating.
I mean,
There's a
somewhat.
video of a person showing a lot of the similar shots that were also taken in Batman the Animated Series, far as wise as the vibe of it. But let me say something about what I like about this.
Okay.
I like the fact that it's different. I like the fact that all these movies from Superman to Supergirl to Clayface, none of them look the same. That's the problem with the Snyderverse. All of them were done by one guy and they all look the same. Even if you go to Suicide Squad, which wasn't done by him, it still kind of had that gritty, dirty environment. So these movies, even Green Lantern, that looks completely different. And it's got a completely different vibe.
Okay.
With DC, I like the fact that they got these all in this universe, but they all touching. None of them look alike. They don't look like they're done by the same person. They don't have the same saturation, the hue, whatever. They don't have the same look. They don't have the same. Just the genre is completely different, and that's gonna make it. That's the clay the it works with Clayface. That hard thing works with Clayface. It ain't like a thing where I'm gonna make Superman just like Batman. I'm gonna make them dark and gritty. I'm gonna make everybody this and this. No, that's what I like about so far the DCU. And I like about Clayface.
But do we know which one this is?
Which Clayface this is?
Is this Baslow Car? Is this Baslow?
I'm assuming.
Or is it Hagen?
I think they're gonna go with the Baslow.
I'm gonna be honest.
Carlo or is it Matt Hagen?
I know I'm the comic guy, but I don't really know enough about the Clayface. Cause like I be struggling with modern day Batman comics, man. Cause he mean. Like he treat his whole squad like crap, dude. I be like, man, you go to hell, Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna go to Metropolis.
Oh wow.
That's what I do. Like if I was the signal, I'd be like, hey Bruce, go to hell. To Metropolis,
but overall, I like what I see. I like what I see, and even
it looks like it's gonna be scary.
Even with Joker, I like the first one. I like what they did with the first one. I just think they tried to go to the well too much. They should just left it at the first one. That works as a Black Label-ish type Elseworld story, but this one is based in the universe and it's different and fresh enough. It's not a typical comic book movie. That's what I like.
Said, I'm curious that's wrong. I'm curious as who the protagonist is going to be in Clayface.
They don't need to be. He's what he needs to be. It's going to be a body horror movie showing him dealing with becoming Clayface. Okay. You don't even need to have an antagonist or protagonist. It's his story. And so you don't have to have a villain. It's the villain is him dealing with his body and falling to pieces or going into clay. And also,
Paul Wolf said they said there is an older horror movie, I guess, that looks like the new Clayface movie. You know what? Well, I'm not a big horror person. I don't know. But
I'll find it.
But now here's what I will say about deviations from the
source material.
Yeah. Okay. People don't realize Blade wasn't really a daywalker before the 98 movie. He was just the guy that was, born of like a vampire, like a little, human vampire situation. That specific daywalker stuff came from the movie, but it bled back into the comic, and it was fine. If your story is tight, you can deviate. Now, just don't go crazy. And by protecting
the movie's 1960s Eyes Without a Face. That's what Paul Wolf is talking about.
And by protagonist, I mean, will it be a civilian or a superhero? And then, what was it?
That's my man Sean.
And he said an origin story, basically. Man, you know
That's
what?
what it sounds like.
I will say this though. I'm
Oh,
not.
wow.
I'm not saying that.
Some shot like that.
I'm not saying that he has to fight Clayface. But if you all know who your Batman is, I wouldn't mind a little Bruce Wayne or Batman cameo. They don't even have to interact with Clay. I just like a little cameo. Just like, hey guys, same universe.
Dez is dead on. To me, all the Marvel movies look the same.
Well, yeah, and a lot of filmmakers have struggled with that because if you'll remember, originally Edgar Wright was attached to do the first Ant-Man. And that's somebody who loved Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, and Scott Pilgrim. I was like, yes, give it to me. But
What
then
was he supposed to do?
the
Ant-Man.
first Ant-Man.
Okay.
They
But-
probably wanted him to do just like the typical Marvel director, which is just seamlessly fit in. Because if you look at some of them early Marvel movies, they could have all been done by Josh Whedon, really, or whoever directed. Well, I guess who directed Iron Man 1? Oh, what's his name?
Jon Favreau,
John Favreau. They could have been done by him.
who played
They had
Happy.
all the same. Yep, Hogan.
Happy
Happy
Hogan.
Mhm.
They all had the exact same kind of vibe. Nothing stepped out. Whereas this, and even to a certain extent, people was talking about, the DC EU. I mean, if Zack Snyder didn't try to do 3 damn movies, it could have stepped out a little bit because Suicide Squad it's got that dark gray look like a Zack Snyder movie, but it is what's my guy's name? Oh, what's the guy who did Suicide Squad the first one?
The first one?
He did Edge to Watch. Oh, good
David
Lord,
Ayer.
look it up, somebody.
David Ayer?
Yeah.
David Ayer.
Yeah.
David Ayer. And David Ayer was he's known for doing that gangster type LA type movies. And I mean those movies kind of but by the time they got to Harley Quinn, they started kind of doing movies that fit the character more so. But
Sean says, I'm sure there will be a hero cameo near the end.
yeah.
Sure, good point.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me say something about something that might have a sequel. I saw Michael this afternoon. I looked down. I said, okay, Paradiso has a 12:15 showing. That will allow me. It's only 127 minutes, so that'll allow me to watch it and be able to get down the road and pick my daughter up. I actually went to Comics and Collectibles before I went down the road to pick my daughter up. I got out early. But let me say something.
Good night, Sister C. Bear.
Yeah.
Thank you for trolling on it. Thank you for trolling him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you
Good
for
night,
trolling.
baby. I love you.
Thank you for
Go see
trolling him.
Michael. Go see Michael. It's a good movie.
Well, she and I are going
Yeah.
tomorrow, and she
Great.
got one of her coworkers or somebody to make us some shirts. So yes,
Okay.
so yes, we're going to be doing the matching shirt thing.
All right.
So
Well, let me say what a lot of the critics have been saying, because I kind of glanced through a few of the bad critic scores. So I'm like, okay, 30%. Come on now, this is inexcusable right here. Antoine Fuqua has not really made a bad movie yet. He's made some okay movies, and he made some great movies. He did Training Day, of course, but for somebody to say this is a 30%, I said, nah, no way. What is the reason? I need a good reason. Wow,
The cast alone,
look,
because like Coleman Domingo and Joe Jackson,
they did great. The acting is fine. It looks phenomenal. Now, a lot of people, a lot of critics were saying, well, they're trying to make Michael a saint. They didn't address the accusations. And if you have paid attention at all to what people, the people that are taking shots at the detractors, is this movie goes from a certain time, Frank. It
stopped in 1988.
It stops at the Bad tour, which was in 1988. Those allegations didn't pop up until the 90s. So what did y'all want them to flash forward to the 90s? Oh, we're going to talk about the allegations. Then we're going to go back. No, they're going. And then when the film ends, it actually says I don't think this is a spoiler, but they actually said his story continues. So they're planning on doing another one. That's just kind of like how Marvel would have so and so will appear in whatever. They literally had the words "his story continues," and they finished off with him performing on the Bad tour.
Oh yeah. And Sean says Janet says it was horrible. Denounced it.
Who, Janet?
Janet Jackson, because
I don't know how she
has
would
not to
say
be
that.
in it.
I don't know why she would say that. Okay, let me say something about that because the only person that I mean, they dad Joe Jackson looking like Joe Jackson he was the villain. Joe Jackson was the villain up in there, but it wasn't overdone. He still showed love for his sons, and it's nothing in there where I could say, okay, they just really took creative license and made something that they shouldn't have made. I mean, you got the traditional story. Joe Jackson trying to get his son. You know the Michael Jackson story. They didn't step all out of it. So if you hate this movie, then you must just don't like Michael Jackson's life because it's nothing that they do that's like, okay, that didn't happen. Only thing, there's one thing that did happen that I question, and it's super nitpicky for me to do, and I can almost bring it up because it's not really a spoiler, and I want to, but I don't know if I should. It's just a line in the movie, and I kind of question whether Michael Jackson would say that line back in the early '80s. So, I'll tell you, it ain't no spoiler, y'all. Okay, basically in the movie, Michael Jackson is in the pool, and he's trying to think of songs for Thriller. They already did Off the Wall. So now him and his brothers are all staying at the mansion. Joe Jackson staying at the mansion. His mama staying at the mansion. He's trying to come up with the next album. And he wants to make the biggest album. He said, I want to make the biggest album ever. And that's gonna be Thriller. And he's laying in the pool. And it was a cool line, but I'll question it. And maybe y'all can help me out with this. And his brother's like, man, Mike, what you doing? He said, I'm trying to the gods are trying to bless me with this song. I need them to bless me with this song. And then he says, I need them to bless me before I need them to give me the idea before they give it to Prince. And I was like, was Prince popping like that where they had competition back in the early 80s?
Yes.
Okay. Because I wouldn't think that they would be like competitive back in the early. This is 82 now, and I know Prince came out in 79, maybe first album came out 79, 80. But I didn't know they had that rivalry that early. So I was like, really? Would he say that?
I think so because
okay, go ahead, shoot.
Because before, Prince's commercial height is kind of like Purple Rain.
Purple Rain, yeah.
But
that was in the 84, 85. Maybe.
But before that, he was such a complete artist.
Mm-hmm.
Music cats like Mike was getting him like, okay, this kid from Minneapolis, he's gonna be a problem. Okay. Somebody says Jerome says DC movies give us the same heroes and villains, but with different takes on the characters. I agree. And then Sean says Paris didn't care for the Michael movie.
But that's the girl, right?
Yeah, which I tripped off of because she wasn't born yet.
I know his son. I guess that's his son. I mean, adoptive. I don't know. Is that biological? I don't know. I know his son has been. A lot of the family has been at the premieres. I'll just say this: is it Jafar? Jafar does an excellent job. Here, I will say some criticism because I don't want to seem like I'm just blowing the film up. There are some moments where I felt like the movie kind of did drag a little bit. Like at some parts, I said, okay, they already kind of touched on that. Now I know they were trying to show moments where Michael was kind of embraced his mom more so. And there was moments where they would be sitting on the couch, eating ice cream, watching movies. They kind of went to that well one too many times. I was like, okay, they could have cut that one out. It could be about 10 minutes they could have took out. I feel like 10 minutes of stuff that just like, okay, that got repetitive because they already showed that. We got that. We know who Catherine is now. We know who the Jack. We know how the brothers are. And we definitely know how Joe Jackson was.
There's probably dudes behind the film that wanted more Nia Long on the screen.
Yeah,
it's Nia Long.
I just can't see what. I mean, LaToya had a couple of lines in the movie, and of course they're young and stuff like that. I can't see what a person could criticize about this movie. Let's say somebody like I want to be in the movie or I want to have more of a role because it's supposed to be about Mike. But they do enough to talk about his siblings to a certain extent. They got the Jackson Five in there. They briefly mentioned Latoya. It is kind of weird that they don't have Janet in there. But my friend said, well, maybe they saved Janet for part 2 because she is one of the Jacksons that actually end up exploding.
I heard that Janet asked them like, "Nah, y'all don't put me in."
Well, she wouldn't have had a huge role anyway. I mean, it is weird that you didn't see like a young like Jackson girl. You just saw Latoya and then you saw the brothers. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll work that out where they can put her in that movie. I mean, of course they gotta tackle if they do a part 2, they gotta tackle the accusations then. And
was Remy in it?
who's
Probably not.
Remy
is the oldest girl.
You know what?
She had a song called Centipede that I love.
I don't think she was. I don't recall her. But I mean, they were all at the table eating, so I don't know. I know I didn't see Janet. I did see Latoya. But overall, it's an enjoyable movie. People giving it a 30% saying it's terrible. Come on, man. You can't tell me nothing that makes that movie terrible besides, I want them to talk about him messing with the boys and the little boys and stuff. That movie's well done. Great acting. They told the story up to a certain point. If I could give it a score, I'm not gonna give it a crazy score just because I wanted a little more and they could have cut some. I'd give it like out of 10, I'd give it like a 7.9. And that's almost an 8, which is pretty good. So it was enjoyable. I'll go see it again.
I'm gonna say this though. I choose to believe this new narrative. They're saying that Michael Jackson was pretty much undercover on Epstein Island trying to save the kids.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
That's what I choose to believe. And
I feel like
that's what I'm around with.
Good evening, Miss Houston. Mrs. Houston, good to see you.
I feel like what people it's hard to kind of some people got such expectations for how they should do Michael that their expectations never gonna be met. You know what I'm saying? But to encompass his not even his whole career, because they only went up, like I said, they went up to 88, the 60s to 88, when he was a kid. They didn't just I don't think they just glossed over his career. I think they did enough in this movie to cover the first half of his career. Honestly, I wish they would have went. If they would have went to his story, they could have ended the movie there, right, and not done no more sequels. Because I don't really want to see much Michael after his story. Because once you hit 95, 96, 97, that's when I liked Invincible, but that's when I kind of like, okay, well, you don't have to go to the Invincible era, Michael. You can cover his story, and that's his career. That's the prime Michael, in my opinion. Okay. I like his story.
Okay, so Miss Houston says the made for TV series was enough for me. I do love Jackson American Dream. That's one of those where if I'm channel surfing, I'll probably watch at least 30, 45 minutes of it. Because I remember one time I was in a hotel room in Atlanta going to Dragon. I woke up that morning and I was like, well, whatever I'm going to do is going to be pushed back about 45 minutes. The Jacksons is on.
Well, I ain't watching that one with Flex Hours. I know that much.
It's never silly.
It's way better than that one.
That's what I was saying to some friends of mine. I have a little Discord with some movie loving friends of mine. I'm like, it's got to be better than the Flex Alexander.
I think Jerome answered. You can read that.
He says that doesn't sound like something MJ would say, even if they did have a rivalry.
So he agrees with Des.
It just was a weird line to me because it was so early on in his career. And would Michael Jackson really say that line? I mean, I guess it's a cool line because it might have got crowds to laugh, like, oh, okay, he said something about Prince. He said something about the guy's gonna get Prince the song over him. I thought it was creative, but I don't see it. I don't even see him saying it, but I mean, maybe he did. Maybe they had such a rivalry like that.
I will say that I think Prince Michael might have cared more about the rivalry than Prince. Prince just saying be like, I'm Prince, man. I'm finna do me.
He definitely did him. He was in another world, Prince world, as Kevin said.
And you know, I love the interview because like Prince was supposed to be on Bad, but he was like, the first line of the song is "Your Buddy's Mine," and he was like, I ain't finna say it to you, and you sure ain't finna say it to me.
It's a very enjoyable bio. I'll say that. We talked about other movies like the Notorious movie. What was the big movie called Notorious?
Yeah.
And the Tupac movie is way better than those type movies. And I'll say if I could compare it to the NWA, the Straight Outta Compton movie, I found a lot of inconsistencies with the Straight Outta Compton movie. I didn't find as many. That was one inconsistency that I had. And then it's funny because I would look up stuff while I was in the theater. I was like, wait a minute. Because I honestly, this is one inconsistency I thought I caught, but I was wrong. I thought that MTV played songs off the wall, but the first video that they played, according to Google, is Billie Jean. And that's in the movie. And I was like, okay, I thought they did play some videos off the wall.
Man. MTV was
They were more so they weren't playing black artists or R&B like that. So that was correct. And there was another thing I looked up. I'm trying to think. It was something else in the movie. I said, wait. Let me see if this is accurate. And it ended up being accurate. Oh, the last time they toured. Because I remember them doing a show, the Jackson 5, but that was just a one-time show. But the last time they toured was actually the 84 Victory Tour. That's true. And I said, well, didn't they tour again like later on when he was older? But that was just for a 30th anniversary Madison Square Garden tour where they all got back together. The brothers got back. I think that was in 2001. They got back together and they did a show, but it wasn't a tour. So that they were right on that too. That was the last time that he said it on stage. This our farewell tour, and they didn't tour again.
Do they show Motown 25?
Motown 20. That's when he
debuted Billie Jean and did the moonwalk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that was my moment, man. Because I believe, now I was young, but I believe I watched it live.
Yeah, they are.
And you know what I'm saying? Mike did his little pose, then he pointed that way his brother left. He was like, those are the good old days without my brother, even Jermaine. Yeah, but I like the new song. I
think people who like Michael Jackson even a little will enjoy it. It's not as it don't move. The one thing about Straight Outta Compton is they got like a lot of drama. They got a lot of stuff happening and it moves fast. Michael has more kind of down moments where it's more subdued moments where you're watching it. And like I said, it'd be some moments where you'll feel like it kind of drag a little, but Straight Outta Compton was like going speed. It had a lot more energy. But I will say that I found more inconsistencies in Straight Outta Compton than I did in Michael. I'll just say that. So they did a good job.
The part that bothered me Straight Outta Compton. What was that?
Well, we already know how to Straight Outta Compton. That whole thing with Easy getting beat up in the studio, that didn't happen. About Suge Knight and his and folks from Death Row, that didn't happen.
Then when Dre left, they like, what you gonna call your album? The Crunk.
Oh yeah. There was a lot, man. They were talking about that the moment where they had Dr. Dre. Everybody know Dr. Dre was no gangster, but he punched one of the Bloods that was in there. And I ain't seen so many interviews like DJ Vlad and stuff where they're like, man, that would be damn sure never happened. You know what I'm saying? Because Dre ain't no aggressive guy. He a producer. He that's why he got away. He just said, let me get away from you and get away from all this activity. And of course, the thing with Eazy being broke back in the 90s, he had Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. That was the biggest band, the biggest group of the 90s at that time, 93, 94, 95. So yeah, that was they kind of took creative license with Straight Outta Compton just to tell the story. They don't do it with Michael, in my opinion.
Well, Bone didn't really blow to me until 95.
They sold like 10. Well, the first one sold 4 million. Creeping on the Come Up was at 4 million. That was an EP. Yeah. And then Eternal came out in 95. That's Crossroads. Boom, that did 10 million. That's their biggest album. And then Art of War they were still selling platinum in the 90s. And Easy passed away in 95.
Yeah.
So yeah. but he was making money with not just Easy, but other ruthless artists. I mean, not with Bone, but other ruthless artists.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. That doesn't sound. Oh, okay. That's just Jerome saying that.
That was very good dialogue. I've got another
Oh yeah,
hot topic.
We went on about that.
Here's another hot topic. I'll have Seabury read that to you all for the collectors out there.
HasLab or MTO?
Made to order.
Made to order. Which system do you prefer? Uh, man, I don't be doing neither
I don't do
one.
either one of them. I'm a in a wild hunter. But if I had a choice, I'll probably do made
Yeah,
to order.
yeah, probably made to order, man. Like
if I had to.
again, guys, I am an educator. Okay, I don't, and I am a fairly new educator. So like my yearly earnings don't really call for a lot of HasLabs and things of that nature. And also, I still have this comic habit, and and of anything, I am slowing down.
I think HasLabs is just an issue of space with me. I can't do vehicles too much, and HasLab does a lot of vehicles. And they actually do predominantly vehicles with giant figures with like Galactus and etc. I just don't have space for that. And even then, if I would have got something like Galactus, because Galactus would be somebody, and a Sentinel would be somebody I would do a figure shot with. But other than that, I'm not interested in the vehicles and stuff like that. That's what predominantly has that thing like they do.
Okay, so Paul, did that really happen where Suge Knight threatened Vanilla Ice in the movie did? I can tell you, yes.
That did happen. Yeah, that
Suge had Mr. Ice dangling out the window.
I don't know if it was actually Suge that did that or he had some people do it for him, but that definitely happened. Yeah, well, that happened. Vanilla Ice has confirmed that happened.
Yeah.
But the thing with Easy, that was just made up. That was made up for the movie. They got him to sign something, but they didn't touch him or anything. They didn't beat him up.
Who was this?
That's Lim. That's my man Lim you asked earlier.
Can you describe more in detail? I only know of HasLab.
So you guys want me to explain that?
Yeah.
So what a HasLab would be something like a Sentinel or Galactus or the vehicles for G.I. Joe. Those are HasLab. So those are ones where up front Hasbro is saying, hey, we need this much money. What's up, George? So a HasLab would be
George.
HasLab would be something along the lines of like with those dragonflies and rattlers and his tanks, where they want the money up front. And if enough people will go ahead and pay for that, then the item gets made. That's a HasLab. Whereas, but it has to be backed for it to happen. Whereas if you do a made to order like Mephisto that hits in July, or Dragon Man that came out, that's one where people can order it and you don't pay them until the item is made and ready to ship. So they'll make it regardless, but they will only make allegedly however many is paid for. I put it to you that way. So that's the difference. So Giant Man was the last HasLab figure I'm aware of, and he really should have been a made to order because I think they could have afforded to do him rather than making him a HasLab. I hope that clears that up for you, Lim. That's the difference. Me personally, I prefer made to order because you give me a whole year typically to decide whether I want this item or I do not want it. Whereas if it's a HasLab, I'm giving you the money right now. I'm backing it. So you got to be 100% sure with a HasLab versus made to order where you can get out of it. Because once you're backing something, you're backing it. Dad, you said you're in a wild hunter, but which one do you prefer?
No, I said made to order.
Made to order, okay.
Yeah, I said it first.
Seabear, what would be your pick?
Made to order.
Made to order. What about you in the comments? Anybody in here other than Lim McCall and my man George? Anybody else bought a HasLab or made to order figure? How do y'all feel about that? Because I know George rocks the HasLab.
And Lynn, I guess he thanked us. He said, "Okay, cool."
Absolutely, Lim McCall, anytime.
Good.
Yeah, made to order is the way that I roll. That's me. Man, there's no way in the world I can't do it. It's got to be that way because I just can't. I can't see no other way to do it. I mean, HasLab is great. I know it sounds contradictory, right? Because I have two HasLabs over there, but I promise you, I am a made to order guy for the most part. Mephisto is in July, and you watch what happens. George, you want to go ahead and tell them what's going to happen, but I'm sure Seaberry and Dez know what I'm about to say. When Mephisto hits, I'm sure you guys already know what we expect. But I have to say it, y'all know that certain demographic of people. All right, Seaberry, if you'll read my man Jerome giving us some knowledge.
I think HasLab and MTO both serve their purpose in different situations. HasLab will always require a new factory model to be made, which is obviously very expensive.
Dez, any thoughts on that?
Let me check it out again. I, I think that. Okay. I mean, that's exactly what I said, Paul. If I don't have room for them, I just don't. And most of them are, you know.
And Paul said I would have got one big HasLab, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have room for them.
And George, you can read what my man George said.
Oh, okay. I didn't mind HasLab when they didn't charge you up front for backing the project. I want to say I'm more of a made in Manhattan guy. Peace to the 2002 film starring Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I can't with this dude, man. I just can't.
Hey, man.
I cannot with this dude.
I don't have room right now because I still haven't bought any detox. No. That's gonna probably be because I don't know. I'm just hoping and praying that maybe this year wasn't I be in a different financial situation. Probably different out maybe in a neighborhood where they shoot that much. Dear God. That's what I will probably be like, oh well it's time to get some detox. I think I'm gonna put some roots down here. It's detox time. And display time.
Oh my god. I just can't with these guys, man. They outrageous in here tonight.
It's me. I'm a lot.
That's what it is.
I'm entertaining, but I'm a lot. I know. That's that's all my friends. They're like, yeah, he a good dude. He a little crazy. That is the scouting report on me.
Oh, wow. Now, this next one, I don't know that this will apply to all of you. I know that it applies to Brother Seabury, myself, and Dez. Q&A. I mean, yes, depending. I mean, when you say, what is it you want to ask about, Lynn McCall? I'm listening right now. If you'd like to ask a question, by all means, ask a question. Myself, the Toy Father, and of course, the illustrious Brother Seabury will answer it.
We
We
will.
will stop right now and answer any questions that you all out there in the chat have.
Or at the very least, I will try my darndest.
I mean, so if you all have questions, I mean, we're trying to keep up with the chat as much as possible. But go ahead and ask right now. If you've got a question that says, like I said, something that's just burning right now for you, go ahead and let me know.
And we are not above research if we can answer it because we live in the future and we all have smartphones. That's a spammer.
I was giving you a moment, Lil McCall, before I moved on. But if you had, like I said, if you have a question. Oh, there's well, Miss Houston. Just went ahead and head up there. Okay. Miss Houston got in first. Brother Seabury, will you read the question of Miss
What is
Houston?
your favorite Disney movie? Wow.
Very good, very good.
I need some clarification. Now, are we talking animated?
Or live action.
Yeah, or live
I was
action?
just about to ask that.
And then what did Lynn say? Collecting and trading to stores. How do
She
you
might be
know?
talking about like Walt Disney.
Okay. How do you know what stores will take? I mean, you just kind of know, man. Like for instance, in Memphis, Comics and Collectibles will take stuff, something. Memphis Toy Exchange would take things, Um, but those are two stores. You just kind of know, what each one's looking for. And sometimes when you go in there, you can ask them, "Hey, what are you taking right now?" And let's see, how do you guys feel about prices going up on figures? I hate it. I don't like the fact that Todd McFarlane's DC figures are like $35 now. Not a fan of it.
Not a fan.
Kind of makes me wait. Kind of makes me hold my mule a little bit.
I honestly think some lines can go down in price. One being wrestling figures. I think wrestling figures can go down to $14.99, $15.99. They put out so many of them, and I'm sure you can do something with cost. 'Cause with wrestling figures, I mean, you don't have to put a million different hands or head scans with wrestling figures. So I just feel like they should drop in price. I wish when DC go back to Mattel, I wish they would come out and drop down to something a little below 20, maybe like 17.99, something like that.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Depending on what kind of
I'm
figure it is.
assuming the model is going to be similar how they do wrestling.
I would prefer
Main event,
yeah,
elite,
basic, elite, or ultimate.
Yeah.
I would rather them cut out some of the accessories, depending on the character, because certain characters don't really need that many accessories, in my opinion. You got some that okay, like Black Canary. People don't want a regular Black Canary face and then a screaming head scan. I get that. Some characters you want them to have fist hands, and then they have maybe like I guess flying hands if they fly or running hands. But typically, I would rather them cut back on accessories, and I'm not talking about going back to the DC Universe Classic days where it's just a figure with the same old book, and even though they well done at the time, and just charge a little bit less because some of them accessories I don't even use. Like I never one accessory I never used that I wish they wouldn't have done was with the lightning collection. They had those lightning effects. I've never used those lightning effects for the Power Rangers. Like you could just give me some hands and some weapons and then the head, of course, head scan.
Yeah.
And keep it moving. That's because I'm masked head scan. I'm masked.
Yeah. And Miss Houston said these will do, I guess, live action or animated. I'll be honest. When it comes to animated, and this is kind of a new pick, but I guess because of my comics head, I really, really like the first Incredible. Like I really, really like because they had a deep, rich comic book universe and all this lore. But I guess if I'm going like, what was my Disney like old school movie? Because maybe like Sleeping Beauty. Cause like when Maleficent turned into that daggone dragon and she like all the forces of hell, I was like, oh, first of all, I'm churchy. She said hell that like messed me up. And then I was like, is she gonna kill the prince? Good lord. Trying to see. Cause see, I was more than like the Disney Sunday movies. Cause I live in the country. I ain't go to a lot of like
Rocketeer was
movies.
Disney.
Oh yes, Rocketeer.
Yeah.
I do love Rocketeer.
I like he said, I like the Incredibles. If we go into, I guess at one point I liked Aladdin. I like the Lion King, of course. Who didn't like Lion King?
I love Lion King.
Toy Story. I mean, we go on Pixar.
Yeah.
I try to just go traditional Disney instead of. But that would be mine.
Yeah. Liam says he's very new to this game. I guess like selling toys. So he says he know about video games because of GameStop. And then Jerome says I can explain further on has 11 inch back. I only type 180 letters at
Jerome
a
said
time.
Look what he circled. That's your store, I think.
He said Todd will give you no accessories and still charge you 30 facts.
George, watch yourself.
And then Paul Wolf said, make me sometime want to start collecting the price go to 40 a figure for Marvel, DC, G.I. Joe. I'm done with them totally. I mean, I'm slowed down. Oh, and Miss Houston says her favorite is Encanto. You know what? I've gotten bad about animated Disney stuff. Once I got Disney Plus, I keep telling myself I'll wait for it to come on Disney Plus. And then guess what? It comes on Disney Plus and I don't watch it. I've got to work on it. But I am going to try to see Toy Story 5 either in theaters or on Disney Plus because I've seen every other Toy Story. And, I'm really hoping that's the end of that.
I just hate it. I think 3 was the perfect ending.
Man.
And I don't know why they kept going.
Bunny?
Oh,
Greed, sir.
Yeah, that's right. That's obvious.
Greed, hating, people can't put her do. Piece to Nelly from his first album. Let's see what's this. Yeah, Paul, I feel you, man. Like I said, I was not a happy camper when the McFarlanes went to 35. That has slowed me down a bit. I don't know, man. I still remember the 10 to 15 days, man. And I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I was getting stuff sparingly, but I was like, I guess I didn't appreciate it enough. Oh, and Paul Wolf says that his favorite Disney film is Lion King. Like, yo, man, like the OG animated Lion King. That's a banger, dude. Like, it just worked on so many levels. Even though I gotta be that guy.
You gonna be that guy?
It does look eerily similar to that Japanese cartoon, Kimber the White Lion. I ain't saying they stole it, but in the words of what did JD you say on Good Time? I found it. Maybe they came across it and it inspired a few things.
Mm. My favorite Disney movie. She said either live action or
Animated, yeah.
I'd I don't know. I could give you the answer of X-Men because I do love that.
That
Not
like
really
just
pop.
became Disney. You know what I'm saying?
That
'Cause
really just became so.
yeah.
It's hard to
'Cause
pick just a Disney because so much of what I would pick, I think what it's the best one. I don't care for the live actions. Boo.
Yeah, the only live action I saw was Lion King and God bless Beyonce, but she hurt my ears a little bit. Simba, what are you doing?
So I guess if we're sticking in that realm, I'd probably have to go with if it's a true Disney thing, I'd probably go Lion King. If it's true Disney.
Let me ask, this is such a random thing, but the Kingpin had put up something about the Batman movies.
I do remember seeing that.
You remember seeing the post?
Yep, George probably saw it too.
Okay. All right. I did mine. You got a lot of people that put that BVS last. I wouldn't put it last. But what would be y'all top 3?
Is
You got some very into what you go.
Batman movies.
Batman movies.
My top 3 Batman movies.
Yeah. Live action. Let's do live action. Let's stick with live action.
I'm gonna say because you know I'm gonna throw Mask at the Fantastic.
Yeah, don't throw Mask or Lego Batman movies. Let's just go live action. That's what I did. I went live action.
Man.
The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, that's what I got at number 1.
89.
I got
original with
89,
Michael
somewhere in
Keaton.
there.
And Batman Begins.
Okay, that's very extremely close to mine.
I'm gonna go 89.
Okay.
Dark Knight.
Okay. I think
And yeah, I guess I gotta go Batman Begins because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't love Batman Forever. I definitely don't love Batman and Robin. I need to watch the Batman again because I was sleepy. I don't do good with late night movies. And Dark Knight Rises just had a lot of inconsistencies that hurt me. Oh, we see somebody has
That's George.
yeah, George has the Batman at 2. I respect it.
I like the Batman. I forgot about him. I'm definitely a fan of the Batman.
Nah, man. Batman v Superman would never be in my top anything. I'm sorry. I can't.
That's because you like the happy.
No, I don't like no happy Batman, but I do like a bright, happy, slightly naive Superman. I will own it. But nah, man, like
that's my top
Dark Knight, Batman Begins,
in 89.
89,
Exactly like yours.
then Rises, Batman Returns. Love Batman, Batman Forever. BVS, yes, Batman and Robin is like I don't know, man.
I put
Like,
Batman and Robin last because if I have to watch a Batman movie, I'll watch BVS before I watch Batman and Robin.
okay, that's good.
Granted, I don't like BVS, but I'll watch certain parts of it. I'll watch the Trinity fight, and I'll watch Batman at the warehouse. I'll watch, I'll watch it over.
And
Moana,
Jerome got some,
My,
got some
my
good
daughter,
music,
my
too.
daughter loves Moana.
Jerome said he loved the Sword and the Stone and Robin Hood. Watched them constantly when I was little. See, I watched Robin Hood theatrically.
Mm-hmm.
One of them many times they would, did once they re-release and stuff. And somebody says on Batman, Tim Burton 89, Dark Knight, Batman Begins as well. That is Lynn. Yeah, and Jerome says he also loves Moana. You know what? I need to watch Moana.
Favorite actor that played the Joker? I mean, it's only really. Well, I ain't gonna say it's only two. But we're talking live action, right? We're not talking about who played the Joker. Mark Hamill.
or
Hamill.
or like Cesar Romero on the 60s TV show.
I mean, he was okay for the 60s, but I mean, come on, it's Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson right there. They
yeah.
That's who's
I
battling.
mean, yeah. The only reason Joaquin isn't in the running for me is because of that sequel.
Yeah, but he was
Folly Ado.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
I still ain't seen that movie yet.
Me, I was like, y'all making a musical? I was like, good luck with that. But
Nicholson.
But yeah, Nicholson and Ledger, man.
Nicholson from my childhood, Ledger as far as an adult.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say that Nicholson, man, dude. I really thought Nicholson
I was messed up. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I hated the Joker, I was messed up seeing the Joker actually die in Batman '89. When he was on the ground, had the blood in his mouth, he had to laugh. The little thing was laughing. And seeing that as a kid, I was kind of messed up. I said, "Dang, I never expected like Joker to die."
As a comics fan, I was like, no, I want more Nicholson Joker.
Tim Burton didn't care about that. He didn't care about the comic fan.
Marvel really irks me with that. I'm like, can y'all stop killing the villains, man?
We're gonna have to move him because I know we about to slowly get into our weekly segment here in a minute.
So we don't want no.
We don't want nothing in the way when we get
secrets
to it.
going through there.
Yeah.
I had another question for you guys.
Let's go.
My collectors, and I'll have Seabear read it. Very good stuff. Heat for me too. I agree with you, Miss Houston. Brother Seabear.
Transformers. How do you feel about the line?
Like overall? I mean, I'm not a Transformer collector, but I don't know if you're gonna do that.
We can't talk about
that's gonna be for the bag. That's for the bag. Okay. Let me say something. I do like some of the studio series stuff because I like the G1 stuff, but Transformers kind of hit a wall for me. They're still in stores just like Ninja Turtles, but I just can't collect. I was about to say Ninja Turtles. I can't collect Transformers like that because it's like once I get a good sound wave, I don't want another one. You can just give me the traditional G1 sound wave and I'm good. And I don't want no Beast Wars stuff. I don't want any of that. Even though I heard those shows were good after But I just feel like once you get a good G1 Megatron studio like this, hold on, let me show you, like this. Once you get a good Megatron, Optimus Prime like this, or
Yeah,
a good
George said,
Megatron like this,
yeah,
you good. Now,
George
granted,
said never been a Transformers fan, but I've seen some cool Transformers on the shelves that I wanted to pick up. Now, see, my Transformer days were in my childhood. You know,
same here.
when my parents were buying me. So, you know,
Yeah.
I begged and begged. She put Optimus Prime on layaway. I finally got her. Good
Man,
memory.
at least you got it.
So you were saying, I want to let you finish your thought. Once
Oh,
you get a
sorry.
good Transformers, once you get a good Optimus
Oh,
Prime,
well, did you want to? I can remember. Did you have more?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but these days it is very infrequent. It is very nostalgia based. I have Rod has a version of a figure that I have. It is a Grimlock with a wheelie on top. It is from the movie. Now his version of Grimlock is in this blue colorway that is
I like the
fine.
silver. I like the silver.
Yeah, mine is in the silver. I got that and my friend Nicholas Jones, shout out to him. He bought me a Optimus Prime from whatever series that was running like circa 2019 for like Christmas 2019, and I appreciate that. And I bought the Target Optimus Prime last year because it was on clearance.
Well, I've said this before, and I'm gonna go kind of finish off what I
Optimus Prime
started.
pop figure, nice.
Yeah,
You got a
nice.
Megatron pop.
Oh,
Okay.
they got them. They got them. Somebody put Dark. Yeah, I got Dark Knight Rises. Oh, you got #1. Damn. Okay, I didn't know you put it #1. I've come to like Dark Knight Rises, but I think it coming after Dark Knight, it just was hard to top that. But no, I was saying once you get like the quintessential G1, at that point they're just starting to re-release the same thing. So it's like a wall. You could be good with now. If they put out Megatron as a gun now, it might make a little bit of money then, you know what I'm saying? But far as wise as the traditional one, Soundwave, most of the ones in the cartoon basically.
I still want a Power Master Optimus Prime. I know it's like stupid pricey now because they probably won't re-release.
I go to G1 once you get to, I mean, Ultra Magnus, I like him, but once you get to G2 and beyond, I'm like not interested in the line anymore.
I wouldn't mind having a modern day Ultra Magnus because that old Ultra Magnus where it's a prime cab and you stick it to the back of the shell, I was like, that always annoyed me.
And I went through that period because when growing up, I was a big Transformer fan, and I couldn't get a lot of them. Then when the first movie came out, I got back into them, and that was the first time I actually was an adult collector. I was getting the Transformers, and I got the ones that I wanted: Blaster, Soundwave. Even though the Soundwave that I got, the Toys R Us is exactly like that, almost identical to that one. Well, to the Studio Series one, pretty much. Okay, here we go. We got okay, yeah, he like the whole Nolan trilogy from Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight, Batman Begins, going in the reverse actually. But yeah, that's the way I feel about the line. I mean, people who like the line, I mean, if they keep buying it, it is what it is. I guess they buy it for a reason. But like, I mean, how many Devastators do you need? How many Optimus Primes do you need? You want the classic version of it. So I get it.
I did like some of the toys for Transformers animated. I had a friend, Chris Haley.
Yeah, they still put out for
cartoons. He was like buying those, man. I was like, dang, those look cool. It's been so long since I like really followed a cartoon though, because it was like Transformers Prime was like my peak in terms of watching cartoons. I just really liked the way they did this. And then after that, like the next one was like Bumblebee focused and it was kind of like more kiddie. And I was just like, this is not for me. And I kind of dropped off. Maybe one day.
I'm a fan of the line within reason, like 86. So it's got to hit if it doesn't stroke that childhood nostalgia button, then it's not for me. There's nothing against Beast Wars or all the other lines that people like, but I'm just saying it's going to be Studio Series 86 and nothing for me. That's the hill I die on. Like, obviously, you guys know Devastator's right. Unless you get one for $1. Like that useless bastard. What's his name? Overload the Constructicon. Like, unless you talking about him, he's in the back there. And I know you know what I'm talking about, George. That useless. I don't know why this thing, George. Why does this thing exist? Dez gonna hold up to the camera. Like, why does he exist? Why? Does anybody have this? Or is it just me? Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever gotten this head cold. I'm sure one of y'all ain't got this head cold before. Maybe when I transform him, I might feel that way, but I just doubt it. See the way the toy father shaking his head. That's what I'm saying. Now,
Is that from the movie?
it's from one of those. No, it's one of those movies.
It's from the
Michael Moore.
movies. It's from Revenge of the Fallen. The worst. Well, yeah, the worst Transformer movie. I don't even know. It might be the second worst.
That second one kind of booty, man.
Yeah, it's bad. But I don't mean, goddamn, that last one, last night, woo, that was trash too.
No,
Good
that's
Lord.
that one.
Part 4 was they had the Dinobots in it, so it was better than those two. But part 2 and part 5, they neck and
I kind
neck.
of like that last one though.
Last night.
No, the one with the
Hello, how are you?
Beast Wars figures in it, like Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah.
I'm just not a. So if you're gonna do Constructicons, like that, his name's Constructicon Overlord. So I'm assuming Overload. So I'm assuming he's a Constructicon. But as I said, I'm very picky with my Transformers, and the reason for it is that if you're gonna tell me Constructicons, and guess what? That's the Constructicons. Dez will hold it up and show it to you. There's only one thing that comes to mind when you say Constructicons, at least when you're talking to me. So when you're talking to me and you're saying Constructicons,
you want some green.
You want green and purple, dog.
It's either lime green and purple.
Excuse me.
Bless you. It's Devastator or bust. I don't. That's the Constructicon. Okay, so that's my Constructicon.
And you got the other ones. You got Combacticons, and you got
right, but Constructicons.
Superion. And
is that the one you bought for a dollar?
No, the
one that I showed back.
The one, yeah, Overload.
So that's the one you bought for a dollar.
Yeah, correct.
The movie one.
Because I'm trying to figure out why you bought it when you have such a disdain for the movie.
It was $1, and I thought about it at the time. I said, maybe I'll like it. It's $1. It'd be hard for me to dislike it. I don't hate it for $1, but I don't know. It's just what it is. That line as a whole has gotten more expensive lately. So I think they need to. I mean, everything is. I think they need to watch it. Armada Overload
was the first version of the character I was introduced to.
Okay, Devastator was top tier. Yes, it was.
Bless you. I always like Nemesis Prime. Man, I like Devastator, but again, you know our favorite is Goody Two Shoes character. And I was disappointed that like Devastator's the only combiner in the 80s animated movies.
They had one called Bruticus, right?
I know, but like in the OG animated movie, you get Devastator and you like it. Just like
now this next question, I know Lim McCall is here. He will love this question 100%. I don't know if either of these gentlemen they'll know, but I wouldn't consider them as part of this particular zeitgeist, if that's a good word. You know, but I think they'll know.
Who is that? Sean said nothing like G1, great quality toy.
Amen. There we go. How do y'all feel about that?
G.I. Joe Valiverse. Dude,
I'm sticking with G.I. Joe. Nothing against Valiverse. I mean, I guess if you like vehicles and you like some of the random characters, you can mix Valiverse in with your G.I. Joes.
Great choice.
But Valiverse ain't nowhere near close to what. In fact, I wish I would have brought that book in. I got a compendium, volume 3, G.I. Joe, the original series. They've been collecting them in compendiums. They're up to volume 3 now. They can't touch the history. They can't touch the characters.
You know,
they can touch the vehicles, and they can make some characters that you can mix in with G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But no, G.I. Joe, way too much history, way too much mythology, way too many characters for Valiverse to even come close.
Honestly,
I like the price point of Vala. He's not as expensive.
Yeah. Honestly, the
Animated movie. Respect that, Paul.
Yeah, the only Valaverse that I was tempted to get was a Sergeant Slaughter because there was a period where Valaverse had signed Sergeant Slaughter and he wasn't signed to G.I. Joe.
I remember that.
But then I hemmed and hawed and never pulled the trigger, and then G.I. Joe and you know Sergeant Slaughter kind of came to understand it, and they started putting out figures for us. So I snagged me a G.I. Joe Slaughter. Let's see.
Did
I
he
can't
say
get jiggy with it.
you can't get jiggy with Valaverse? That's what you're saying? Oh my God.
And Miss Houston said I used to play with my older cousins' men's all the time.
Memes. That's right.
Mens.
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 And like Transformers, I just have the space or know much about the line. Like I said, now, man, Transformers been rebooted so many times. I can't tell you nothing about like the current cartoon, but like you know that G1 stuff. Yeah, but I was a child. That's the the first ad for the cartoon I saw when I was 7 on the verge of turning 8 in '84, and then by the fall of '84, you have the 3-part Transformers miniseries. You know, cartoon miniseries. So like, yeah, you know. G1 when I was a child, and it was like, you know, everything.
Right. I mean, but respect to Valaverse. I think they're on the way to making some nice stuff. I mean,
You know what I want more
it's
than
about
that?
money right now. If you can give me something affordable that now you can't match the history. You can't match those people. But the Valaverse, the vehicle, the figures are also cheaper. Let me call depending on what it is. But GI Joe has regular and classified, and the classified line is really nice, but it's like 200 deep. So if you were new, I'm just like, man, that is too big of a bag of potato chips to eat right now.
You know what
But his prices are better as a whole to me.
You know what I want more than Valaverse?
But Joe is worth it. Let me be clear on that.
And I think it's only 3 3/4, but that action force stuff, like those bad guy toys, the Robo Skulls and all that. That looks so cool and weird to me, man. Like that intrigues me.
You're speaking of Valaverse?
Well, no, I just know it's called like Robo Skull, and I think it's like Action Force.
The Valaverse Slaughter was smaller.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I waited, and I snagged it because like I bought the GI Joe Slaughter like mad cheap at Ollie's.
Shout out Uncle Tim.
Hey, man. Yo, man, Ollie's was like popping in Memphis.
It ain't been popping now. That mug done turned into the bargain hunt.
Man,
Ollie's was what was going on, right?
Well, hopefully they'll start popping again because Ross taking all they did. Ross and Didi.
Ross and Didi's is what's happening now in these streets.
Ross like secondhand.
You know, you guys may or may not know my good friend Articulated Ninja, who has a channel. He had a video up that was on a topic I wanted to touch on. He was maintaining, well, he was not maintaining, but he was speaking about his maintaining his collection, something that helped him. He said he would experience from Marvel Legends superhero fatigue, just like you do in the movies. And so he wanted to break that up. And for him, if you'll hand me that, Des, right here. And for him, breaking it up, he does Savage Crucible and he does Mythic Legions. So something like this, I'll let you all get a good look at that. This is the Demon King right here. Quiet little call. We're not eating those chips. George, you've seen this. This is none other than Azahar, if I'm pronouncing his name right. He is the Demon King.
Yeah, creepy, scary. I looked up and raw heads on my face. I was like, okay, I'm frightened.
Des, how do you feel about the Demon King?
Look great. They always got great sculpts. And yeah, they always well done. Well done, great sculpt, color pop.
I mean, so his thing was they do make good figures for the money. I agree 100% with that statement. They do have good figures. Prices are fair. I mean, because these are big figures. I don't know if you guys can tell, like here on camera, they're not small. I mean, we're not talking about that. These are not your traditional Marvel Legends that are 6 inches. That these are big figures, around 9 inches or so. Yes, that's correct, Paul. That's Bobby Valla. He did used to work for Hasbro. That's a fact. But variety is important, right? Um, so if I would tell those of you that if and there's nothing wrong if you collect Marvel Legends and that's your thing, that's your jam, and you're comfortable with that, and you don't have any fatigue, by all means, whatever it is you're collecting, keep doing it. But there's a saying that variety is a spice of life, and I agree with that 100%. Which is why I said I would never just do hot toys, but there are some hot toys to kind of break that up. There is Mythic Legions to break that up. There is wrestling figures to break that up. There's Transformers to break that up. So if you're collecting more than one thing, I think it kind of helps. Don't get me wrong. If, like I said, if you want to focus on one line, then go for it. But I do Turtles. I'm a huge Turtles fan. McFarlane. With me, it's about variety and about what I like and what grows and enhances my collection that allows me to tell the stories that I want to tell. And so it's for me. That's why you see such variety. I mean, how do you feel about variety, Death?
Yeah, definitely. I can't. I mean, I know some people that just get Joes. I wish in an alternate world I could just do that. I wish I could just only buy wrestling figures, only buy classifieds. I just save me a whole lot of money. But my interests go all over the place. So I like wrestling. I grew up on GI Joe. I like Marvel. I like DC. I read Marvel. I read DC. I read Image or a lot of indie comics. So I'm gonna want figures of these things if I'm reading about it. I like The Crow.
Yeah.
I like Blade. Those are two of my favorite movies. I'm gonna want figures of those figures. So that's how I base what I want off of. Typically I have to have some knowledge. And it would be hard for me to buy that. That's a great figure. It'd be hard for me to buy a figure like that just out of the blue, because I like some kind of story behind it. Even with like the Hypno Hustler, that's a great looking figure. I didn't know jack about him, but he a brother and he look cool. And I bought him. And I didn't read. I don't think I read one story with him in it. But so it can be done. You can buy something and not have that allegiance to a storyline. But I prefer that. I prefer knowing about a character before buying it. That's why I said G.I. Joe Valiverse too, to kind of bring it full circle.
Mythic Legions is deep. Like I said, it's
And Paul
crazy.
says that he got that Demon King Mythic Legion.
And it is amazing, Paul Wolf. I told you when we met at the con, we met up at the con, I was gonna be grabbing. I think I was gonna try Mythic Legions. I told you I was gonna be stepping out in that line, and I have him, and I have Regarion the Centaur, which is theirs. Let me see that. I can show part of Regarion right there next to the big thing we can't talk about. Yep, right there. I can show part of him. We're doing a little work with him, but he does have another hand. I don't want y'all to think he don't. He does. We're just working on it. But yeah, so see him there. He is right there, and he is amazing. Like they do such a good job, Mythic Legions, with their figures. They really do. Is he gonna stand up? Jerome, that's. I'm gonna let him read that comment, but you wrong for that,
He
Jerome.
said Valor version of the Fugazi G.I. Joe.
That's so wrong. How you gonna call them?
Or maybe they're the more affordable G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I like that term better than Fugazi. That is horrible.
Oh, and is that Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Michael says there are Marvel Legends figures I want when they're revealed, and 2 TMNT figures when they're released.
Okay, and that's variety. Ties in. So I'm a very collector. You collect a bunch of stuff?
Well, I mean, it's mostly superhero and Marvel, but I'm sorry, superhero and wrestling.
There you go.
I mean, but like I get a little bit into indie comics characters. Yeah, I've shown Scott Pilgrim. I've shown what was it, Book Crimson? You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, I showed O'Brien from Monkey Man and O'Brien, so I get a little indie with it. I dip in a G.I. Joe classified, and I mean, I'm a big nostalgia person, and yes, some things I have bought just because it looked cool.
That is okay.
And
Law was one of them. The last classified that was nostalgic.
Oh yeah, man! Like I said, I have one of the big live figures since '87. That is true story.
You see what Sean said? You talking about the detail, Sean? You are talking about. I'm sure you're talking about the Mythic Legions. As the Toy Father told you, they're very detailed. They make amazing figures. They do. They are like.
You might want to lay him down.
There are some that they are awesome to me. Awesome figures. You know, you never know what you're gonna get when you get the bag. And speaking of the bag, I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment.
Yes.
What you got up in that bag? What you got in that bag? Yes.
I got excited.
Yes,
again.
sir. I had to get the energy flowing.
That energy.
So, Brother Seaberry, if you'll go ahead and kick it off, Seaberry. Let us know.
Well, I decided to go and show this was since Diz showed his version of this figure last week. Let me go.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. And I'm a hypno hustler.
Yeah. Ask
about me. The hypno hustler, baby. That came from Target, or where'd you go?
Yeah, I believe Target.
He bought his right away.
Hypno hustler in the building, baby.
And then this is a purchase from the Toy Father.
This came from the Toy Father. Shop local.
And got me a little green arrow.
Yes.
Shop local.
Yeah, getting good prices.
Shop with the Toy Father.
I call it the crackhead.
And get those crackhead prices.
I got plenty of McFarlane for sale.
Yeah, you heard that. You heard it here first.
Yeah, hop on the page.
Yeah.
If you're looking for some McFarlane, if I'm telling y'all right now, Todd is gonna go out like this and be out of here. So before Todd bounces out, he has been cooking. He has been giving us some wonderful figures. These waves. You better jump on it. If there's some DC figures you want from McFarlane Toys, I'm telling you right now, who you want to see is the Toy Father for those crack prices. He beats Crazy Eddie. If you remember Crazy Eddie, some of y'all may not be young enough to remember. May be older to remember Crazy Eddie and those deals.
And then this is my last one. This is a purchase from the good brother Michael Schuning. That is my second Colossus, but easily my best Colossus.
What's the first?
85th anniversary with Juggernaut from that 2-pack. This is that Colossus.
What was the first?
Oh, my first Colossus is trash. It's like a 90s toy bead in some purple outfit with this plastic giant looking barbell thing. I just want to have a Colossus. I probably won't have that Colossus.
Oh, you got the hands.
Yeah. Before the year is out, I'm probably gonna sell that to somebody.
Very nice.
Like this is my first like decent Colossus. So I'm like, yeah.
Toy Father, you want to show?
Oh yes. I'll roll up next.
What's up in the bag with
what's
the Toy
what's
Father?
up in the bag? Okay, so I went to Jonesboro to Must Love Toys. I got quite a few graphic.
Shout out Destry and Much Love Toys, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
He had some graphic novels for $5. I grabbed about 3 of those, and I also got to keep the collection moving. Hold on, I got to keep it moving.
Get y'all that bird man
right there. I had to keep it moving. Got that E-Honda now.
E-Honda, baby.
Yeah. Look at the hands. Look at the hands. The smacking hands. And what kind of is George in here? Because
George is in here.
George told me about those.
George, your name is being shouted out.
I was able to find it, and I said, "This must be a dream. It was all a dream."
George, George.
Biggie, Super 7 Biggie at Ross.
George,
look at that. Yeah.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
I used to read Wizard and Toy Fair magazine. That's what I used to read.
And let me take up to my take pop.
I used to read Double XL and Blaze and Rap Page. I didn't read Word Up because that was like way
before my time. I was like a little dude with Word Up problem, but I did read Vibe Source, Double XL.
Yep. Murder Dog.
I never gotten Murder Dog.
It was like most.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I know. You know what?
George just responded. Look at your average.
I believe I bought this loose.
E-Honda Lemon Call. What you know about that?
Yeah, I bought this loose from Michael Children.
Well, can't beat $14. $14 for it.
Very good deal. So you guys have already seen the Demon King. He came from the bag. Let's see. You guys saw Sinister already. I think Sinister and Gladiator were last week. So I guess if nothing else, I'll go ahead and bring him out. Show him on the bike. Let's bring him in. My main man here, Lynn McCall. This is for you. Johnny Blaze and the damn thing changed. George, what you think about that? We know how you said that's your figure of the year. George told me this is figure of the year so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's Johnny Blaze right there, the latest Ghost Rider. In your face right there. George said that's his figure of the year so far.
Okay.
Am I right, George? That's your figure of the year? It's my main man, Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Not
Yeah,
Death.
yeah, I got it. That's correct. And I got another one, courtesy of the magic of the Toy Father there, helping to find him. As you command, Megatron. There he is. Soundwave, a hard cat to find, man.
We was
You know
just
what I'm
talking
saying?
about.
We're just talking about him.
Transformers.
One of the, George said, yes, sir. One of the worst fathers in history, got about 17 kids, but nonetheless.
What are you talking about? He take care of all of them. All of them literally live with him.
Yeah, he's. I know, George. Much love, valor, respect. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct, Jerome. I know you were kidding. You hit me with the Fugazi. I said, no, you didn't. Not Fugazi. This is Soundwave right here from the Studio Series 86, but Studio Series period. That is Soundwave, the daddy of the year out there. We're making all them kids.
But he takes care of all of them.
Nice little call. Thank you.
They're literally housed on his person.
That man got 17 kids out here.
That man, he hard. They didn't. I don't know
He's
why.
a present father, though.
He's a present father.
Yeah.
He's hard to find, though.
You know what I'm saying? No, man.
Like they put him out.
He got him out in the family business.
Optimus was kind of hard to find, but not like
I know where some of them at right now. They had about 2 of them at all the branch last night.
Oh, he knows where the bodies are buried.
Mm-hmm.
And the most important one in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta hit y'all with a drum roll when Dez shows them. Ladies and gentlemen, Dez, go ahead and put him in the camera. Let them see it. The most important person from the bag.
Him again.
You know who it is from the bag.
This man right here again.
And you have to say his name a certain way, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you the Sugar Man. But in Memphis, we call him Sugar Man. That's right, the Sugar Man, baby. But AKA, look at all up in the camera.
All in the camera.
All in the camera.
Violate.
That's right, the Sugar Man right here. You better ask somebody. If y'all don't know about the Sugar Man, you better tell George. I'm telling you right, that's right, Lynn McCall.
George got my Sugar Man.
Look at that, George.
Originally,
Lynn McCall, you see it? Pour some sugar on me. Right there. The Sugar Man right there.
He originally came from the Age of Apocalypse timeline, but even though that timeline went away, him and Dark Beast managed to make their way to 616 Marvel.
The Sugar Man.
And they've kind of been around ever since.
You don't want nothing to do. You don't want no problems, ladies and gentlemen, with the Sugar Man.
That man's eyes are creepy.
And the eyes, look at that. Working out right here. You see this man at the gym, you better take the advice he gives you and then immediately leave. Okay? Because somebody's about to get experimented on at the hands of the Sugar Man. I recommend that figure highly if you can find him. Lately, people are getting into the Sugar Man for some reason. Well, I agree, Wolfie. Sugar Man is definitely badass. People are really starting to get into the Sugar Man, and they should.
George put "Mama, there go that man."
He said, "Mama, there go." Who said that? Oh, Mama, there go that man. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. I'll let these gentlemen wrap up. I'll be right back in case y'all got some questions. Throw it out there, gentlemen. Your closing comments, let them know. I'll be right back.
Oh, I don't got no closing comments.
Oh,
Let's say
I'm gonna wrap up a nice little bow.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I am eagerly anticipating Clayface. I need to see Michael. I'm gonna make that happen tomorrow.
Yes.
So, hopefully I'll be able to talk about it on a future installment.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got Mortal Kombat. We got Mo 2, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, it's coming out on my birthday, June 5th. I'm talking about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Coming out on my 50th birthday. I'm gonna tell the world that I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just all this cool genre stuff, man. Then it's a lot of anniversaries of stuff coming out. Like I believe there's a 35th anniversary screening of Silence of the Lambs this weekend. I'm gonna see that with a friend.
Oh, that's coming back up at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
I
know it's
remember
at
I
the,
wanted to see.
Tigerville.
They had the. I missed it. It might have been 2 years ago. They had the Pink Panther IMAX. They had Predator showing there. I wish I could have gotten there up there. And eventually, I think they probably bring it back around. It's too popular of a classic action movie for them not to do it. But I'd love to see Predator on the big screen.
Yeah, and
Love to see
you know,
it.
just like eagerly anticipating toys, man. Like I said, you know, I'm gonna get some of this next wave of Marvel Legends. Probably gonna be some more rituals. I'm gonna get in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, you turned 52, Paul. Yeah, yeah, man.
No, he said 50. That's
Yeah.
50, right? 50
Yeah,
this year too? Oh, okay.
yeah. We golden.
I
man.
thought you said 52. Okay, well y'all got me by a couple of years. I turned 49 this year. So y'all got me by 1 year. I turned 49 this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I sure appreciate y'all for tuning in. I could never do this show without y'all. I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, I say it every time, but it's always the truth. It's never a lie. One thing I'll never tell you is a lie. You can book that. Word to the sugar man. All right? Mama, there go that man. All right? So, folks, thank y'all for tuning in. And those of you that are wrestling fans, please make sure in about 10 minutes you tune in for the 5 count. It's spicy. We got a WrestleMania review and the recap. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be good. About 10 minutes, we're going to be on there. So make sure you check us out. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I say every time, please continue to stay tuned. Please continue to stay collecting. And above all, please continue to stay great. On behalf of the illustrious Brother C. Barrett, my main man, the Toy Father, please join us again next week when we definitely will be